Welcome to the ultimate 100 days. This time we are taking on Ark Survival Ascendant's Valguero map with insane challenges that I have to complete every 10 days. Such as stealing Deinonychus eggs before I can even tame any rideable dinos, or claiming the mighty Elder Claw, with the final challenge to take on the new and terrifying final boss of Valguero. To add any complications to my already chaotic playthrough, I can only tame and claim babies. To make things even worse, I don't have much time to complete any challenges. Every single day is only a mere 20 minutes. For the cherry on top, if I fail any challenges laid out for me, I will suffer consequences via the Wheel of Chaos. G'day everybody, Chaotic here. Now are you ready? Wait, am I even ready?
Greetings, Chaotic! It's been a while since you've played, and since we know you like to skip the beach mob experience, your first challenge from us is to build yourself a starter hut on the beach, one that you can be proud to say that you built.
As for my challenge, you must steal a Deinonychus egg and then raise it into an adult. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, you are wrong. You're not allowed to claim any rideable dino babies until then, so you must complete this challenge on foot. Good luck, Chaotic.
Oh boy, is this how this is gonna start? There are going to be some tough challenges ahead of me on this run, eh? Oh well, I awaken to a bright blue sky on one of the beaches of the center sea of Valguero, ready to take on whatever challenges await me. I begin to stock up on the essentials in typical Ark fashion by punching some trees for wood and swiping some bushes for fiber, gaining my very first level up. I put my first point in a weight to help me hold more items. I craft a pickaxe, a tool that we can use to bust apart rocks and other rock-like resources, allowing us to gather stones, metal, and flint more easily. I use these to craft a torch and, of course, my very own Chaotic Chibi, who I call Chaotic Jr. He's kind of refusing to say hi at this time. Upon training my mini-me to be friendly, I carry on, and with all my new levels that I gained, I also have been given some engram points to allow me to learn the engrams for stone hatchet, spear, and cloth armor. Once they were crafted and equipped, I find myself staring down at a little free surprise. We're able to claim the dodo? Yoink. Surprise dodo. Now, in order to start truly progressing, I need hide for more armor and other things. I start by hunting down a little Lystrosaurus. By the morning, I gather more fiber and find myself overweight. I use Surprise as a temporary storage chest, allowing me to gather the remaining items to craft my cloth boots. However, I still need more hide for the gloves. Hunting down more things that cannot fight back, the new Lost Island colony thing loudly announces that I completed a requirement of walking 1,000 meters. This new system gives you challenges to complete in order to gain skill points to spend on various upgrades, to gain more experience, or add new abilities. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this system yet, but at the moment it does feel like an unnecessary amount of bloat. Once I crafted up a mortar and pestle, I remember I need to build a base in these first 10 days. I get to work crafting and placing down some foundations, a campfire, and the mortar and pestle. I use the mortar and pestle to craft up some spark powder. It's used for various things, but in this case I use it to light my campfire to start cooking up meat. You know, so I have a good supply of food to not die. Before I get to building the rest of my house, I want to take the time to build better weapons. Somehow I overspent my engram points, leaving me a little shy on getting this bow. I go back to crafting foundations for both the base and to level up enough to get my precious engram points. I spend a good while gathering until I finally leveled up, giving me the ability to finally craft that bow. It's day 3 already. I feel like it's time to maybe get to work and build this house. So, as an extra challenge though, I'm only going to give myself this whole 20-minute day to build the rest of this beach mob house. That hopefully will look nice. And I'm done. I think I did a pretty good job, but I'm gonna leave it to you to be the judge of that. So let me know down below if it is good enough.
That's what I managed to build in one 20-minute day. That ain't bad, I'd say.
Now for that second challenge, steal and raise a Deinonychus. I get to thinking if something goes wrong, I need to be able to respawn at home. Unfortunately though, I'm lacking enough hide for a bed. So I have to go back to killing a lot of creatures to get said hide. Once I had enough and the bed was made, I debate on crafting a raft to make traveling up the coast faster to get to the areas that have the Deinonychus nests. After stocking up on some much needed bolas, a tool to lock down small creatures in place, I convinced myself that I'm gonna make that raft.
Where am I? Oh, we're okay. I know where we are. Okay. So yeah, in order to get to where I want to go, we got to go up the coast quite a ways. I think we actually will make a raft.
I still need a ton of materials for the raft, so it's gonna take some time to gather them all up. By the morning, I finally had enough resources and I craft my raft as I walk to the shoreline, where I then place it down into the water. I set sail across the water, enjoying my chibi's terrible placement along the way. Why am I sailing here, you might be asking? Well, I want a spyglass so I can see things at a distance. In order to make said spyglass, I'm gonna need crystal. And there's a bunch of crystal over here. It took me a little bit longer to find my way up than I would have liked, but I was sure happy to get enough crystal once I got to it. Problem, however, was the trip back. As I was heading down the hill to go home,
Ooh, that might hurt. Oh, that hurt. I don't think it really should have hurt that much, but apparently it hurt.
once I had respawned at home, I now have a new problem. My raft is across the bay, meaning I really don't have much of a choice but to risk swimming it.
If there are any amount of piranhas, I am f***ing toast. Anything? No, just coelacanth, dolphin, no piranhas. No piranhas. Please, no piranhas. Please, no piranhas.
It appears it is in fact safe here.
That is worse than a piranha. It was a 150. What the?
Well, that leaves me no choice but to take the long way. I travel up the beach until it narrows to a very, very, very short swim, and I make it across and travel for what felt like for f***ing ever, until that night I made it to my corpse and retrieved my stuff. Safely back at home, I craft a spyglass.
Okay, one spyglass coming up.
Where I hear the most hated creature on all the arks. That is the Ichthyornis, aka the Dick Bird, a thieving son of a bitch. I quickly dispatch it with extreme prejudice.
Hell yeah. You ain't getting my shit, bitch. Teabag 'em!
With the main threat out of the way, I now shift my focus to building a forge. I need this in order to smelt metal that will allow me to upgrade my tools and weapons out of the Stone Age. Once I had gathered a ton of wood and I built up and placed down 2 storage units and lastly the forge, I wasn't long putting it to work. And it wasn't long before I had enough metal to build the smithy. This workbench is the catalyst to the future, allowing me to craft all those steel tools and weapons I'll need in order to progress faster and safer. Once I had the steel pickaxe made, I crafted a full set of hide armor to sort of help with damage reduction. A bonus though, it does look a little bit better than the old cloth armor. Feeling as ready as one can be, I sailed to the western chalk hills where I know of a few easy to get to Deinonychus nest locations. Before heading into the wilds of the Chalk Hills, I place down a bed just in case I have another oops moment, and I likely will, as stealing eggs is a very good way to piss off a pack of overly protective dinos. With bolas in hand, I journey up the hill to the first known location I have in my head. Looking around as I go, I try to spot any dangers I can avoid. I happen to spot a raptor attempting to catch his breakfast, and because I know she's going to change her order, I make the first move and bola her ass, and take her out. I see a massive problem in the distance. It's a Rex. But something unexpected is happening. It's being assaulted by the very creature I'm looking to steal eggs from. It looks like this Rex is going to do my job for me and clear out all of the dangers. I thank it by releasing it from its duties.
Let's see if we can finish him off. He's almost dead. Down he goes. Oh yeah, free experience.
After noticing it drop the cosmetic Rex helm, I tested it out for fun before setting my sights back to the objective. I quickly find a nest and my lucky ass finds a level 135 egg in it. I take a quick scan of the area and see that any Deans left over are preoccupied with other problems, giving me the opportunity to snatch the egg and book it for the raft. I made a 100% scot-free 5-finger discount Dino-Dash egg heist on a 135 egg. Damn, am I ever fucking lucky. I had to deal with the raptor at the raft before I set sail for home, where I started to think of something I know I'm going to need for this run.
There's one specific baby I would like to tame, and that's the old Gigantoraptor. But I don't know if Gigantoraptor's on this map, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we can until we can find a Gigantoraptor nest. Gigantoraptors are kind of needed and necessary, like on every map for a babies only run. Otherwise, we're just taming, because back the last time I did this only babies run, okay? So, story time. I was taming babies, and they would either be what level I claimed them at, right? Or they would get bonus levels from like taming effect. That turned out to be a bug, okay? So the bug is that they gained the level. They were not supposed to gain levels, but they would occasionally gain level. I believe Wildcard has since fixed that since the introduction of the Oviraptor, which now that does the taming effectiveness multiplier when you claim a baby. So if you have an Gigantoraptor and you ride it, claim the baby, it gains plus level. And if you don't have the Gigantoraptor and you claim it, it does not gain any levels anymore. A storm was rolling in with the night as I made it home, where I got to work placing down 5 torches to heat up my egg to incubate it. My egg hatched in the morning, completing my last challenge of the first 10 days. And she's glorious, so I named her Gloria. I check her traits, and it's some form of more active during the day thing. I honestly can't relate. I spend the day gathering scraps of metal out of the nearby river rocks in order to make the sickle, a tool used to gather fiber en masse, something I'll be using a lot for the coming days. By night, I craft up a crossbow, a much higher source of damage than this old wooden bow. And in the morning of day 9, as I'm gathering up fiber and berries, is where I happen to notice a moss chops with a baby icon on him. Using my new crossbow, I take him out and adopt a recently orphaned child. I name her Choppy. I was only able to get 1 imprint on her before she wanted prime fish meat of all the things that she could want. So that's as far as I'm ever getting her imprint up to. It took a real hot minute for her to walk back to the base. I do love the moss chops though. They have this special harvesting skill that allows it to harvest more of certain resources if you put points into them as they gain bonus levels. After checking that out, I went to investigate my now grown-up Gloria's stats. Okay, looking at the stats here, the stamina, like it's all fairly normal, but the health looks a little higher than normal. Well, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Gloria's got some beef. Knowing one day I will get guns, I started to craft up gunpowder with all my excessive spark powder and coal. I also start to craft narcotics, as they give a ton of experience per one crafted. That way I can get to level 32 so I can craft a saddle for Gloria. Sadly, I didn't have enough to get me there. I stepped out to see if I could get that last little bit of experience the fun way, leading me to pull a 135 Pteranodon. That led me into some headshots. That led to it dying, and myself leveling up. We're discovered that Choppy has a long-lost sibling, so I name it Choppy with a Y. And I bring it home too, where I craft that Deinonychus saddle and hop on to Gloria for our first ride.
I may have had to remove a wall to get it out of the house, but thankfully that's one of the good things about ASA. I can just pick one back up and put it right back down. We ran down the beach, taking out all the little creatures for experience and resources when I found a level 95 Pteranodon that had a baby. I was not long bowling and then taking out that parent and then claiming my prize. I named him Pete. Unfortunately, his first imprint is cooked fish meat. Thankfully not prime, but I'm still gonna have to get some fish nonetheless. On the way home, I poked my head into the water, hoping to spot an easy fish that I could pick off. The first fish that I seen, however, was that 150 Megalodon that ate me the other day. Not quite the fish that I'm looking for. Thankfully, though, there was this tiny little coelacanth right here, giving me more than enough fish meat for the imprint. I do, however, need to cook it, so I quickly ran home to cook up one fish meat and then return to finish Pete's imprint before I get him home. Oh, look at the baby Jabboas! Yoink. And yoink. Come here. Come here. Oh. You want to cuddle? You can cuddle. I need berries. Who's got berries? Where's the other one? There he is. You want to go for a walk, buddy? Let's go for a walk. Oh, I got little cute Jabboas. Let's go. Come on. Look at him go. Speedy here, man. Little Speedy Gonzalez. All right. Options. Change name. You are a Speedy. And then you are, I'm going to call you Jerry. I lead them inside where they should be safer to grow up. I took one of the Choppy twins out to gather up some fiber and berries, then got to smashing more rocks again. All of this so I could craft more narcotics for experience and more stimulants for the benefits. Once I had a good amount of stimulants crafted, I put them all in my hotbar. Stimulants keep you awake in times of extreme torpor. Wish I had some of those right now. I spent the rest of the day grinding in the hopes of gaining more levels so I can craft Pete a saddle.
Okay, you completed our first challenges with time to spare, so let's turn this up a little bit. We challenge you to claim a Gigantoraptor baby. As you know, they give you that added level bonus to claiming babies.
In addition to what Crow said, we know you're going to be looking for gathering babies, so as an added challenge, 2 of the following: 1 metal gatherer, 1 wood gatherer, or 1 stone gatherer of those babies must be level 100 plus. Complete both our challenges by day 20 or you're going to have to spin for some dire consequences.
In order to complete these challenges that they have thrust upon me, I'm going to need a ghillie suit for the Gigantoraptor. Now, once upon a time when I was recording a massive video to 100% ASA the island that I ended up scrapping, I had to tame one of these majestic creatures, and it's a pretty cool taming method, to be honest. Though that was over a year ago now, so hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, but yeah, the ghillie suit's going to add a reduction to the aggro radius, and I'm very much gonna need that suit. In order to craft it up though, I'm gonna need organic polymer. The best way to get that on this map is the dead beach reptilian dolphins, the Ichthyosaurus. The Ichthyosaurus, I don't know how to pronounce that. It was definitely taking a long chunk of the day, but I managed to find one by the afternoon and I collected as much needed organic polymer as I possibly could. Shortly after that, I was sailing home where I spotted a 150 Yankee with a baby. And with Gloria's help, we got to work on filing new adoption paperwork as somebody had murdered this poor 150 Yankee. Now that one of 2 requirements are met for Nat's challenge, I quickly gave her the imprinting bonus, then got her onto the raft where I named her the usual Spanky. We arrive home by morning where I get to work crafting up my new ghillie suit. This leveled me up just enough that I can now craft Spanky a saddle too, meaning that I can now easily harvest flint and metal with her. Once the saddle was crafted, I equipped it to Spanky and took her for a test drive by gathering a ton of berries for the food trough. Now that I have a ghillie suit, I can now search for the remaining challenges. get a level 100 plus wood gatherer or a 100 plus stone gatherer. Plus to see if I can find any Gigantoraptors I can tame as well. I have only one option for the stone gatherer though, which is the Deinonychus. There are a lot throughout the chalk hills, but they go into a ball and are really hard to kill. As for the wood gatherer though, I got 3 options. The Deinonychus, that would be an absolute nightmare to get an orphaned baby for him. The Castoroides, that's also kind of in mass at the Beaver Lake. And lastly, a mammoth, my favorite wood gatherer to have, as there are small herds next to Beaver Lake that I can go pick on. Since I was exploring around the tundra for anything that could complete my challenge, it ended up getting real foggy suddenly. Oh shit, 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 oh shit. I'm being hunted! I'm being hunted! Can't see! Hello there, Megaraptor. My previously failed attempt due to my own stupidity of deleting the save by accident told me it was the sinister Megaraptor. I have no idea how their taming method actually works. I assume it might have something to do with this insanely thick fog ability it has. Okay. That one was a low level one. It did not hurt that much, but it's not how much it hurt that was the problem. It's the fact I couldn't see. I didn't know what was going to attack me, boo-boo. I carried on through the night searching, hoping to get lucky for one high-level mammoth. Aw, 130 male, 135 male mammoth. No baby. Fuck, Kentro's got a baby. That, of course, has a baby in tow. As I keep exploring, I gain levels from the things that I keep taking out. It seems that my luck on finding this mammoth here is really, really low. I'd like to find one as soon as I can, as I need to do more than just these damn challenges in this run. I get thinking, I may need to make my own luck. If I take out some of these mammoths, maybe one will spawn in for me. Unfortunately though, while fighting a slightly large amount of mammoths at once, I discovered that Gloria's not quite board tough. I change gears and go with, if you can't ram it, dodge it. And I start trying to pick the mammoths off with my crossbow at a relatively safe distance. Unfortunately though, I'm taking too much of a beating. I attempt to heal up Gloria, but the mammoth has other plans. The next fun part is, the damage Gloria has sustained has led to the hyenas wanting to take a chunk out of her too. Thankfully, those hungry puppies realize they are outmatched and they scurry off, leaving me able to finish off the mammoths by myself. Wandering around after the rampage that I just caused, I found that damn near every mammoth alive still is just way too high of a level for me to even take on right now, leaving me with little choice but to shift focus for a bit. I head into the nearby jungle with the hopes that I can find my other challenge target, the Gigantoraptor. These big-birded dinosaurs are very protective of their offspring, making their very unique taming method one of my favorite things to do. I know it's not part of my challenge from Crow to get a high level one, and I would prefer it. It's really fun to ride around on and to look for other babies. I spend quite a bit of time searching, not finding anything that really stands out. As even the theories that wander these woods could have a baby for my wood gathering challenge. In the morning, I almost got taken out. Well, there's a fuck you, puppy. The Caprasuchus is a land crocodile from hell. It can lunge at great speed, snapping you off your mount and feeding on you while you're still kicking and screaming. Not something I really want to tangle with right now. I leave in the very much opposite direction as my not-so-friendly Capro, where I find a level 50 Gigantoraptor, still fairly low for what I want. So I carry on, coming across a nice-looking purple drop that requires myself to be level 45 to open it. Sadly, I'm only level 37 right now. There's a nice little rune stone house or something here, so I get to thinking that this might actually be not too bad of a spot to set up a forward operating base for the moment. You know, just in case in the event something goes wrong and I gotta respawn here. I get to work on gathering fiber for sleeping bags as I'm planning on taming that level 50 Gigantoraptor. to both complete the challenge and to get some practice in before I tackle a high level one. Once the sleeping bags were made, giving me the ability to respawn here in the event that I die, and all of my stuff is left in Gloria's inventory just in case I have trouble recovering my corpse, I set off down the hill on foot, equipped with my only ghillie suit, and I was not long making it back to the nest of the Gigantoraptor, and it was terrifying having this giant-ass mother bird patrolling around me, thankfully unable to see me. She is not my target, because she is not tameable. What I need to make, my friend, is her baby in her nest. And I'm 90% sure Wildcard made this mechanic for me, and anybody else who wants to do an only babies run, because these things are needed to get bonus levels on babies for better stats. Now that I have finally made it to the nest, let me explain how I remember this works. I need to hop inside the nest, wait for the baby to come to me, and then I can interact with it by repeating its little dance that it does. And it'll like me more and more until it finally tames up. Now, any of you who have tamed this before, you are now seeing that I forgot one crucial fact for this taming method. For me at this point, though, it's been over a year since I've done this, and yeah, I forgot this one crucial little part of the mechanic that led me into getting caught. Running away in extreme fear.
Oh, just seen me. No. No. Ow, ow. Ouch. No, she can get up here. No.
And dying, thinking that something else is wrong, like that I'm not quick enough or something. I head home as I'm now high enough level to craft a Pteranodon saddle for Pete. I stop by to rob one of the beavers of their hard-earned supplies on the way. That way I have at least some sort of win today. I return home the morning of the 15th day where I learn, then craft, then equip the saddle for Pete. He doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna be my MVP. To escape from death from a certain Gigantoraptor parent, I craft a second ghillie set as backup for the likely event that the other one breaks. Then Pete and I fly down the beach to break and murder all the tiny creatures for some easy experience to dump into stamina and weight. Two things Pteranodons are not known to have much of. Having slaughtered countless dodos and pegos, I head back to the jungle, taking a quick pit stop in the tundra west of the Beaver Lake. Took a quick look around for any new respawns to find nothing required had spawned in. Oh well. I return to my former clone's murder scene to recover my stuff and to get ready to tame this baby. I find myself looking for that even lower Gigantoraptor nest that I spotted earlier, so I can try and tame it instead. Because in my mind at this moment, I think that one is broken and it's not tameable. I was wrong and unaware of my ignorance yet, but you know, that's just how it is with me. Due to my bad luck or some lack of karma, this new one I found ended up in a fight. And I quickly scrambled to find the nest, but it's just so damn dark as night fell that the parent lost before I could find the nest to see if I could even tame the baby while it was distracted. This, as you may know, makes it untamable. The parent must be alive in order to tame the baby. So I left it to go back to find the first one. By the morning, I was sneaking into the nest, actually getting inside it, resulting in me getting caught by Big Mama. Not just once, but twice.
Ouch. I'm going down, son of a bitch.
After recovering my stuff, I start to think that I'm probably doing something wrong here, and I had to quickly Google search it.
What am I supposed to do with you, bitch? Okay, we're gonna save the game. I'm gonna take 5 minutes. We're gonna fucking Google this shit real quick. Okay?
Fertilized eggs. That's what I'm missing. Fertilized eggs. I feel like an idiot. We've wasted all this time. Well, at least I know where to get fertilized eggs. Yeah, I know. Well, now at least I can get this, as there's a ton of fertilized eggs across the map in the form of Deinonychus nests. I head back towards the tundra where there's a small nesting site, and after leading 5 deans and a couple other predators off a cliff,
the mountain we go. Yeah, they might be intelligent, but they ain't that intelligent.
I collect 2 eggs from the nest. I'm not quite sure how many eggs I'm gonna need, so I head to the chalk hills to find more nests there. While I'm traveling, I try keeping an eye out for any dodecks with a baby because I still need anything to easily gather stone with, not just to beat this challenge. By the time night fell, I was looking at a rather tough situation. A nest with no cliffs to lead the pack off of, as well as some other problems. Stone golems will absolutely fuck up both Gloria and I, so I have to be careful here. Waiting around until I finally see an opportunity, I swooped down and I scooped up a 3rd egg for the Gigantoraptor tame. By the morning, I found another nest and stole a 4th egg. Now, since my target is a low level, I am more than assuming that 4 eggs should be enough. I fly back to my challenge target and I happen upon another nest and figured, well, it looked like an easy target, and after yoinking the egg, I checked it to be a 145 egg. This actually annoyed me because I can't use it for the taming process. So, seeing another nest, I tried again. Okay, got another egg, got another egg, got another egg. What do we got? 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 Fucking 130. These are too good to fucking throw out for a fucking... Yep. So the trick to finding high-level eggs is to only want one more bad egg to tame something else. Got it. I was heading by another nesting site. This one had a lot of Deinonychus running around though. But the one little nest was unguarded, so you're goddamn right, I went for it. Nabbing a nice level 25 egg to use for the Gigantoraptor. Yeah, I said I had enough eggs, but I changed my mind. I just wanted more, duh. I swung by home to both leave my high-level eggs at home and to repair my ghillie suits up. I then took Gloria closer to the area with wood gatherers, as I got a feeling I'm gonna need to clear out a parent or two. I made it back to my longest standing problem to date, ready to steal another child. Now, in order to tame the baby, you must use the fertilized eggs to distract the parent. This requires you to toss the egg from your inventory, not your dino's. I learned that the hard way once. They must also be dropped close enough to the nest that it can see it, but not so close that it can get back to you before it sees you. I ended up failing this a couple of times before getting the positioning correct. My next problem though was this damn theory that kept wandering right towards me. It eventually got so close to me that it got pissed off that I was in its bubble, that I then had to lead away. This ended up being a blessing, as I was getting it to follow me far, far away, where I found a new Deinonychus nesting site down the hill. I returned thinking that my luck is starting to change because that mama bird decided to eat the egg that I had dropped. So I jumped into the nest ready to dance when the baby said, "Not the mama," and left the nest just as Big Mama was finished eating, wasting my 2nd egg on this. With only 2 eggs left, I'm already wondering if I'm going to be able to complete either challenge. I decided to drop both eggs and jump right into the nest once Mama was nibbling away at the first one, getting my first successful dance in with the baby. Now, this is where my blessing comes into play, as since I'm currently out of eggs, I took a moment to egg heist another one down the hill. I returned and dropped it next to the now 2nd last egg and waited for Mama to get hungry again. After giving one flap dance with the baby, it appears that one last egg and one last dance may be all that's required. Okay. I think if we just get lucky here, this last egg will be all right. If not, I'll have to run and see if there's another egg down there. After a few minutes, Big Mama wanted her last snack. So I raced into the nest, but the baby was so far away, I wasn't even sure if it was gonna make it to me in time for the dance. There he is. Okay, what are you gonna give me? Spin. Okay, we're gonna run all the way over here, run all the way over here. We got him. Fucking checkpoint done. Run, little Gigantoraptor, run. Run away from your home, your nest, before your mother kills you. Challenge complete. Now, Before I can get that last level 100 gathering baby, I still need to stick this new baby somewhere safe. I don't have any cryopods for transport yet, and there's no way I'm walking this guy home on time. I'm gonna have to risk it, and I leave him at this little castle ruins forward operating base thing that I put my sleeping bags in, and I took off to go get Gloria. I am not thinking that even though a mammoth would be better, the beavers here are more numerous, giving me higher chances to find and claim a level 100 plus baby in time. And since I only got 2.5 days left to complete this, I need all the chances I can get. The one thing that's nice about beavers is if you steal their shit, they come in mass. And I was not long seeing a 140 male that had a baby icon. As to where this baby is, I do not know. I got bigger problems for the moment though, like dealing with 30 fucking beavers wanting to take a bite out of my ass for stealing some cementing paste. This ended up being a little bit more challenging than anticipated. It took half the day to wipe out the ones that I didn't want, with a lot of healing in between. Once I was down to the last beaver, the one with the baby that I wanted, I need to keep him alive just so I have a better chance of finding that baby. Because not even once did that baby even just show up. I ended up spending the rest of this day, and well into the night, searching for this baby. It's ironic that I have a tool that can smell out babies, but I can't use it because I can't make the saddle until level 69. It's the final day that I have to complete this challenge, day 20. And as I was swimming underwater, I caught a glimpse of movement.
Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's right fucking there. Oh, I just gotta kill this bitch. I just gotta kill this bitch. Actually, gonna get this challenge. Challenge. There you are. I got him. I got him. That's not a name, but I got him. Is now his name.
Challenge complete. That was cutting it close. I need to get my shit in order here. I cannot be stressing like this. After imprinting my new wood-munching friend, I now not only need to get Gotham home, I also need to get my Gigantoraptor home. For now, I decide to wait. Let him grow up some. So I gather some food, plop it into his inventory, and take a little walk around where I find something both exciting and annoying.
There's a 140 mammoth. Oh, we gotta figure out how to kill that fucking thing. We've already secured our place, but with the Castaroides, but I need the mammoth.
Yeah, that's my luck. Well, at least I have a high level one here. I have a really long fight taking out his parent, but I claim this baby for chaos too. Then I name him Manny the Mammoth, who I then nearly lose to a Kentro who couldn't be a decent fucking human being and go around Manny and starting a damn fight with a child. This ended up being a dire situation as the Kentro is a level 135, and he's no slouch. As Manny was starting to get really bloody looking, I finally managed to take out the Kentro. Phew! I'm already sick of the spot. I lead Manny to safety to gather up some food and then imprint him, and finally taking him all the way back to the raft because there's no real safe place up there. Then with Pete, I fly to the now full-grown Gigantoraptor, and once I was there, I named him Big Fucking Bird. With that out of the way, I lead Big Bird towards the raft, picking up Gotham along the way. Now, to get all these tames on one tiny raft.
Okay, big fucking bird is on the raft. All right. Cowardly. This creature gets faster when being attacked. Well, that ain't cowardly. It just means he's speedy. Able to make tactical retreats. Okay, got him. Stay. I think what we need to do, somehow shove Manny on here. Okay, Manny's on there. No, we can just land this flyer. Okay, we got a full fucking house, but we're good to go. Let's go. Nope, you lied to me. Okay, now everybody's on. Perfect. Let's take this full load home. Dun 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 dun.
The sun is up by the time I get this motley crew of creatures home, where I crafted Manny a saddle and then I take him for a small test spin, killing some creatures and gathering some wood.
Hey, welcome home, my friend. Congrats on succeeding our challenges. You're gonna need an army one day, so I figured we could integrate it into our next challenge. We don't want you falling behind now, would we? I want you to go steal 20 Deinonychus eggs. Eggs you currently have don't count. They have to be new ones. As for their levels, well, what you get is what you get.
With any good army, you'll also need a leader of the pack. With the new Elder Claws ability that boosts attack damage, while also having multiple qualifying taming methods for your baby's only run, it'll be the perfect choice to ride into battle with. So go and claim one level 100 plus baby. Although not a requirement for this challenge, you should also try to figure out its taming mechanic over claiming a random baby, so you can have the ultimate killing machine.
After recollecting everything I left back at base, I launch into the skies with Pete to go get the arguably easier objective out of the way and find and steal those 20 new Deinonychus eggs.
We got a second, grab the egg. We got one egg, one egg, one egg. We got one egg. We got, oh, no stamina. Oh, no stamina. Oh, no, 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 no. Generate enough stamina to generate, just generate something, 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 something. Up in the air we go. Oh, Bobby. Okay, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, go, 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 go. Woo, stole second egg. Oh, and it's a 130, nice. Not bad. Any nest over here? Yeah, with egg. I love Deinonychus, man. They're so smart. They will attack you for going anywhere near their shit. And then they get lured away, like the dumbasses they are. We'll just come up here to the ledge, take a moment, take a breather, take a look. Heading over to the nesting site over here. Are the Deinonychus fighting the fucking thing? I don't like that that egg is very well protected. Just gonna come over here for a second. Make sure you're on passive beat, because if you fly away on me, I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm surprised that stone arrow actually hurt you. I figured just go ping. Get over here, man. Oh, shit. Oh, you about to take a nap? Come on, get over here. I need you to help me wipe out the Deinonychus over here. Take a nap there. I'm gonna go get that egg. Just level 15. We can take that. We can take that. Okay, we got that egg. Levels it, 55. All right, we need to drag those guys out of there over to him. Come on. Keep hitting me. Keep hitting. Keep hitting. Need to get the rest of them lured out of there. Quick, 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 quick. Before they make their way back, before they make their way back. Quick, 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 quick. Ow, ow, ow! Go, 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 go! Ouch, 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 ouch. Ooh, boy, I hope that egg was worth it, because we almost fucking got wrecked. 45. Guess it wasn't worth it. It's 5 eggs. And we're getting pretty close to being what would consider heavy. So we're gonna head back to base. We'll drop that all off, lighten ourselves up a little bit so we can go out and get 5 more eggs. And keep an eye for a baby Dodic. Now that we've completed the challenge, we're not limited by a level 100. Is that a cat? That's a cat! Ah. And it's a little kitty. Oh my god, there's a bunch of cats! There's like a whole herd of cats. Oh, they're so adorable. Doesn't look like any of them have a baby. It's always darkest before the dawn. Deinonychus in the area. Once again, don't remember if there's any actual nests here. Scanning around. Not seeing anything. Oh, there's a nest right there. Got
the egg, got the egg. 24 more to go. I touch your stuff. Wait a second. I touch you no touching me. I came out a little dirtier than expected. Grabbing another egg, grabbing another egg. Things would actually pick up, that'd be great. Level 85. 135 aloe, and it's attacking the baby, I think. Aloe's dealt with. Mother is put into her shell, just like that, and the baby is also in its shell, so that's good news. Let's see if we can take her out, take her out. She's only level 20, but I'll take any baby I can get. Ran it on, got a point. Let's put it in the stamina. Yeah, so we can imprint on them, but I don't want to imprint on them until... No, I can't pick them up. No! Okay. Guess we'll just gather up some stuff. Roller. You should be good for a little bit, okay, Roller? I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna keep going for more eggs. Back one day, I promise. Pretty sure there's some more nests up around this castle up around here. Oh, here's some nests I didn't remember about. There's one right here. Jump off, scoop. Jump back on, get out of the way before the fucking Deinonychus come get us. Level 45. You know, I thought this 20 eggs was going to be a pretty easy challenge, but I'm starting to feel like we're going to be running the clock again. There's got to be some eggs around here. Oh, no. Okay, the Deinonychus and the aloe are fighting. Deinonychus and aloe are fighting. Still looking out for more Dodix. Okay, so more Deinonychus nests outside the chalk hills. We'll go take a look. Gigantoraptor? That's only level 15. Road! I was gaining my stamina! Dick. Chalk hills. See, I can't see anything. As soon as you go underneath the trees, you're done. Can't see a damn thing. I thought there was a crevice here, and I'm wrong. Well, at least it's morning of day 24. There might be a couple Deinonychus nests, if I remember right, over here towards the fucking green obelisk. We're also gonna take a quick temperature check to see what the hell's around this yellow drop and that one. It looks like we already got a Baryonyx down there. Baryonyx is gonna want to shoot our face off, but we're on top of the fucking drop where it's safe. I don't know what level it is. What level are you? 45. We can take them. Can't take that. Okay, you gotta be level 55 to open the yellows. Good to know. That is a lot of Deinonychus. Come! Right off the edge. Get them all out. Cool. I love free eggs. One egg. 2 eggs. Puts us at another 5. Oh, one's a 130. Oh, it's another one. It's a 140 and a 130. Fuck yeah. We got some good eggs. Well, probably good eggs. Probably carry a couple of more eggs if we can find them. But that puts us at 10. We're at the halfway mark. We're at 10 now. So we're slightly ahead of schedule. I'm not feeling confident right now because we still gotta find a spirit bear. A level 100 spirit bear with a baby. Here's an egg. Got it. What is it? It's a level 20. Disappointing, but we can't win it all. Let's see if there's some more nests. Pretty sure there's more. It's so dark, we're not likely to see any Deinonychus nests. But there is one thing we could probably see. Is that a cave? Ow, we just got poisoned. It's gonna drain our stamina. Deinonychus nest! Found the Deinonychus nest. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna chill over here to get stamina. We found a potential Deinonychus nesting site. We did not find Deinonychus nests yet, but we found Deinonychus. And where there's Deinonychus, there's usually nests. There'd be like 3 or 4 of these fucking eggs down here. That'd be great. Okay, easy egg. Easy egg, level 25. Okay. What am I sitting at right now? We got 6, 7 on me, so that's 12. We got 8 more to go. Is that a fucking alpha? It's a fucking alpha Carno. That's the first alpha I've seen. All right, I put over 60 days of recording on, over 60 days of recording on this map now. And that's the first fucking alpha I've seen. Okay, found more Deinonychus. Maybe another Deinonychus nest. Yep, there's a Deinonychus nest right underneath the theory. Here's another Deinonychus nest. They're all distracted, dealing with fucking pain in the ass theory. It'd be such a pain in the ass. Okay, 2 more eggs. That puts us at 14. What is this? Okay. Nest. Cool. I should start doing that. Every time I find nests, put a fucking nest down on the map so I can just go to it. We're gonna have to get way more at some point, I think. So 3, 6. We got 9 in our inventory. There's 5 back at base. So that's 14. Hey, there's nests down here. Fucking did not realize that. I knew there were nests in the area. I just fucking forgot, I guess, exactly where they were. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna do what I said to do. The egg, got the egg. He's gonna come barreling in at us. The egg, got the egg, got the egg, got the egg, got the egg. We're at 16 now. And 145 and a 90. And we did check the other ones, 60 and 15. Okay, so we got another 145 egg. We're actually not doing that bad. I'm gonna head home so we can drop this off because we're getting a touch heavy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly home. Whoa! Whoa! It double jumps! It double jumps! The fuck? The fuck? No fucking thank you! That's level 100 Deinonychus. That was fucking scary, man. I'm got the chills thinking about this fucking... I'm thinking about like hanging out, like could you imagine being one of those people that was hovering above it, looking at it, and then the fucking thing double jumps and hits them? Whoo! Fucking that would have fucking scared the shit out of me if that was me. Oh my goodness. Dun 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 dun. A little too far. We overshot. Okay, there we go. Hey guys, home. Take a quick count here. And whoop. So yes, I was right. We have 16. Deposit that in there. Okay, we're flying off. We're gonna go see if we can find the last 4 eggs for this challenge. No, chewed the baby Yankee right off. That 90 female has a baby. Couldn't do me any good. Okay, our nest's still here, but nothing in them. Not a good sign. Oh, there's an egg in this nest here. Pull this guy off. Oh, come on, go down, go down, go down. Probably just level 20. Ow, 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 ow. Probably just level 20 egg. Yeah, just level 20 egg. The Deinonychus that was there was level 20. It makes sense. I don't know if there's any more Deinonychus nests in this valley. So we need 3 more eggs. Where's your baby? Right there. Look at that cutie pie. I don't know if there's any nests that I missed. All right, so yeah, if we can find them quickly now that I know they're respawning, the eggs are respawning, we can totally get this done and have enough time maybe to do some extra things, like get that Dodic home. Baby Dodic, now not a baby Dodic. Deinonychus here. Is there a nest here? I don't know. There's a nest right there. Okay, cool. I did not know there was a nest here. Come on, be a good one. Be a good one. 140, nice. Nice. 140 egg. Okay, any other nests? Sometimes there's more than one nest in the area. All these red drops coming down. Oh, there's a nest right there. There's a nest right here. Okay, let's just do this. Everybody seems busy. That was only a level 95 Deinonychus egg. Honestly, with these damn traits, man, anything could be going. Gains an outgoing damage boost as health falls. The slower, weaker my fucking gets, the stronger it gets. Okay. Less health, more damage. That's a really good trait. That'd be a good one for boss dinos. A nest on the edge of a hill. Found some new ones when I went looking for old ones because I got lost. Just the way I like it.
That's the way. I like it. Come on, give me that egg. That is the last egg. Challenge down. Dun, dun, dun.
That ended up taking way longer than expected, but I managed. I got some pretty okay loot too. Now, I need to get one of those bears. The Elder Claw is one of Wildcard's newest lovely, overpriced, pay-to-win, one creature per credit card swipe lineup, the Fantastical Creature series. It's my biggest complaint about ASA so far. That and all the bugs. Anyways, one of the top 2 things I would change about this game is adding all these creatures to the base game for free, or just having one large pack of creatures for a specific amount, because that makes more sense than paying $20 a pop. Thankfully, this one came with Lost Colony, or I probably wouldn't have it. But since I do have it, I may as well use it. Once I was home, I jumped on Gloria to head into the Redwoods, as I'm gonna need some form of damage to fight the mother and father bears. The reason, though, that we are going into the Redwoods is that on that previous attempt I talked about earlier, I saw a ton of Elder Claws roaming around with babies. So, in theory, on this new world, I should see just as many. Knowing how hard the smaller dire bears can hit, I took a moment to test how hard these vine-covered spirit bears hit for, and to judge their speed of attack. By taking on a level 15 bear, I was able to judge if Gloria could handle it before taking on any level 100 plus bears that we come across. Well, my test fight did go pretty smooth, so I'm feeling confident that when I do find one, I'll be able to take it on. I spent the rest of the day searching, and I could not find a single bear, like, at all. This is now making me wonder the if over when I'll find it part. Where are all the damn bears? It was getting dark when I came across my second bear. This one had a cub with it, but it was only level 15. Not knowing what the taming mechanics are, I figured I better investigate to make sure that these babies are claimable as any other babies are. And yeah, confirmed, they are. I love science and shit sometimes. I decided to imprint this super amazing looking creature, but I can't take him home till she grows up, so I left her there. I came upon another Lobi bear not that far away. These are really easy to spot in the dark. You know what's not, though? Microraptors.
Oh, shit. No. Oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. Go. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Microraptor's still chasing me. Oh, the Microraptor's still chasing me. The bear's still chasing me. No, my juvenile was killed. I fucking imprinted him for nothing. Fuck.
That was damn near a double whammy. Baby bear might have died, but at least Gloria and I managed to get away. The Elder Claw wasn't deterred, though, and followed me, and I quickly took it out.
Fuck. That was, No. Fuck, I just lit Gloria on fire.
The Redwoods is a damn dangerous place to be. I spent the night searching and dodging Microraptors.
Akatio, no. Fuck you, Microraptor. Fuck you, bye.
With time running short, I spent most of 28 dodging Microraptors still and hunting for that 100 plus bear with a baby. And it ended up just being like pretty much a whole lot of nothing. I was losing confidence I was going to get this on time right up until before noon when I spotted my prize. A 135 Elder Claw with a baby in tow. And my dumbass just charged in for the attack, not only pissing off the Elder Claw, but straight up a regular old dire bear with it. Gloria was taking a huge beating, forcing us to retreat up a cliff, where yet another Microraptor attempted to kung fu my ass off my steed. After dealing with the Microraptor, I went to heal Gloria up as best I could, where I noticed that I had an Elder Claw seed pod in her inventory. So this is how they are tamed? They are also this weird egg-like mechanic? I'm not sure what I need to grow a bear, not to be confused with build a bear. But this kind of excites me. If I can kill this 135, I can both claim an Elder Claw baby for the challenge and then grow a better bear later. With the damage that the Elder Claw was doing, I try to clean up any potential problems in the area. And I fully heal up Gloria because of it. I am not taking any chances here. I line up a shot with the crossbow and I take it, luring the bear to me in the area that I cleared. With high hopes, I take the bear on with Gloria. This, however, led to a quick realization. I am not winning this fight. I turned to run up to my safe cliff when,
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. We're out of stamina, we're out of stamina.
I try my best to jump away, leading me to accidentally shoot off the cliff. Woo! With only a sliver of health left, I got away. I heal up Gloria some, and then I think to put a marker on the map so I can come back.
Oh shit! Oh, can you get up here? Oh, dude, you scared the piss out of me. Still hitting Gloria, I don't like it. Oh, he's making it up! Bye! Oh, I pissed off the bear. I pissed off the bear. Oh boy. I'm out of stamina again! Gloria! Sorry! You're on your own! Son of a bitch! Hey, Gloria! No! Ah! No! Rest in peace.
I place down a marker. I'm gonna need some backup if I'm gonna take this damn bear out. This, however, is when I noticed something odd.
Why is I got him getting closer and closer? Where the f are you going? Come on, let's go home. Killed by a Dilophosaur. Fuck's sakes. Come, got him. We gotta go home. Choppy just died. One of them.
I make it home to find the murderer eyeing up a large mammoth roast for supper. And I am not having any of that. I shoot it in the back of the head. Gloria, now Choppy. It's been a rough day. I got vengeance for one, but now for the other. I look at my engram, seeing that I do not have anything worthy of matching that bear in a 1v1. However, I think I got a more sinister method of killing it. Spiked walls. Place these down, and anything that runs into it will take massive damage. Things are just too stupid not to keep attacking the spiked walls. I craft 2 metal spiked walls and 8 wood ones. If I had more metal, I would have easily made up more metal spiked walls. As for most creatures on the Ark, they're unbreakable and still 100% lethal. I hop on Pete and we fly for victory. Or not. Nah. I flew around and around and around, and do you think I could find this fucking bear and its cub? No. I got this feeling that it made its way too far from its original spawn location and despawned entirely after I left render so I could go back to base. Oh well, I really got no choice but to fly into the redwoods and search for another one. I really hope I don't fail my first challenge over a technical issue here. I search low, and then I search high, and then I search low again. Flying over the redwood swamp cave that is guarded by the legendary broodmother. We'll likely have to visit her another time, so I'll go over who she is then. Starting to come to terms with my imminent failure, I happen to spot another bear. And you're not gonna believe this, but it's not only another 135, it too has a baby in tow. I carefully place down traps in a semicircle and lure the bear to its demise, sealing the trap behind it. I land and I just wait it out. Then I panic and I slap down the remaining spiked walls. Then help as best I can with my crossbow.
Hey, it died. That worked. That worked perfectly. Yes, we got a seed. F yeah. Now, where's that baby? Little baby bear. I need you.
Now, I didn't see the baby itself, only the icon on the parent. And I just couldn't seem to find this little one. So I picked up my traps just in case it happens to wander in and kill itself when I'm not looking. And I take a look around and around when I suddenly spot it, being chewed on by a damn Carno. Pete and I charge in and thankfully gain the aggro of the Carno where I slap down a metal spiked wall, trapping and killing the Carno, saving the little orphan. I quickly adopted him,
Come on, go climb the bear. Okay, we got the bear. Okay, bitch. What do you need? What are you asking for? Oh, he wants cuddle. Okay, cool. Aw, you're adorable. I love it. As I was figuring out what it wanted for a second and final imprint, a Thyla barreled in, and before I could even try to help, no! You fucking Thyla bitch! Where'd you even come from? I am not having any goddamn luck here. I technically tamed it, thus completing the challenge though. So I sadly make my way home with the hopes of raising its seedling brother bear. Once I made it home, I decided to hatch all of my high-level Dean eggs. Take a look here. 13, 525, pretty high stamina, pretty decent. Hatch them up nicely if we can. Pick one. Okay, imprint, no name. Imprint, no name. Imprint, no name. Gonna name them later. Okay, oh, there's another one. No twins. Cool. All right, this one is 12, 480, 517. So it's kind of garbage. This one's even more garbage. This one's fairly decent. This one's garbage. 314. I think we got better yet. 319. 331. That one's our best melee so far. It's our best health. 1360. Okay, so this one's HP 1360. This one's melee is 231. Okay, so the rest of these, 255. Never mind, this one's got 255 melee. Yes, 255 melee right here. 314. Okay, this one's got 314% melee. I picked a middle of the pack stats one that really isn't the best at anything to imprint. So that way, while I am breeding all the other ones, I got something to use. After spending way too much time to get all these Deinonychus out of my house, I take even more time to organize for breeding. Both my high-statted Deans were female, and it's really hard to get fertilized eggs from two same-sex pairs. So I got thinking if I could get a high-stamina male, I could use it. But it turns out that the whole clutch I hatched out, there were only two males. Neither of them beat the HP female, so she too had the best stamina. After renaming her, for organization's sake, I chose a random male to breed with both the females, in the hopes that I get a male with the first female's health and stamina, or a male with the other one's melee. So the weight difference is not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. So what we'll do is we're gonna breed until we get a male with either 190. Did we only get one male out of all this? Are they all females? They are all females. Okay, so in breeding, when it comes to this, all right? Every time they lay an egg, they got a chance to get health, stamina, oxygen, food, weight, melee from either parent. So this one could have a mix of her stats and his stats, but we want to get one that has the high stamina, the high HP into a male from this one, and then the high melee and the high weight from the other one.
Hello again. It is time for your next challenge. Don't worry. We've seen how much you've been struggling, so we're going to make this one a little bit easier on you. You must find and claim the artifact of the Devourer and return it safely to your home.
That's it? No tricks required? All right, easy enough. I carry on breeding my Deinonychus as I'm now going to need a replacement for Gloria. If I'm thinking right, that cave is quite the dangerous place. I'll need the best of all the stats combined into one dino. As I'm currently lacking a male with the high stats, I'm looking for either a male with the high melee or a male with the high stamina and health. This is all random, and it truly does take time and a number of eggs for RNG to align with my goals. I spent most of the day hatching and checking and culling baby Deinonychus after baby Deinonychus. And by the end of the day, all I have to show for it is a male with high stamina that I do end up growing up to replace the first male with. I did this to increase my chances of getting my desired stats through the line. As now, I only need to worry about triggering RNG with a high melee female. I only breed this male with the HP stam female to even out the odds and make it easier to look for the next line in perfection. And with the first batch of eggs, I got a male with the HP added. Since the male already had the stamina, every baby already has it. While I'm waiting for this new male breeder to grow up, I called the vast majority of the Deinonychus around my base that I had hatched from the wild eggs to clear up the space. None of them had any traits or stats that I was interested in, so they were, it just made sense to clean it up. I took some time to do some massive gathering with my Anki and Mammoth for flint, stone, and wood. Time is a luxury, so I may as well keep productive. Now that my HP stam male has grown up, I line him up for breeding with the melee female. Early in the morning of day 33, I found a Deinonychus with all the stats that I had wanted. So this one here is going to be my replacement for Gloria. He was a simple creature wanting all the cuddles for his imprints, so I named him Steve. While I waited for him to grow up, I gathered up some poop to use as fertilizer. While I was doing all that breeding, I built a crop plot to try and grow my Elderclaw seedling. But this is where I began to kind of run into a small problem with it. I didn't have any water for it yet, and the seed wouldn't start to grow. It was then that I heard my eggs hatching, and I'm still looking for future breeders. I like to have a male and female with both of the best stats that are identical. I got two reasons for this. The first is if Steve dies, I can just breed up a replacement without any hassle of the RNG of looking for more babies with the right stats. The second reason is if, and I mean at this point if, I decide to look to improve my Deinonychus line through breeding by finding better mutations, I can do so at my leisure. I got pretty distracted by this for a bit, forgetting that I wanted to figure out the Elderclaw seed thing. Thus, ultimately led me into some good luck as I managed to not just get perfect stats male, but two females as well, and they were all identical levels. These Deans have exactly the same stats, health, stam, food, oxygen, weight, and melee. If I were to look for mutations, the highest new mutation will always be 2 levels, at a minimum higher than the predecessor. Something I could go into some more explanation of, but it's one hell of a rabbit hole, and I don't think we kind of got time to get out of it. So, although it's one of my older videos, it's still 100% accurate, at least for Ark Survival Evolved. So if you really want to know, check out my ultimate breeding guide here. Anyways, that night I crafted flak armor. This armor has way more durability and armor than anything before it, and is often considered the best armor in the game, especially once you get higher quality pieces. Now that breeding is out of the way, I set my sights back towards the Elderclaw seeds, placing down a water intake and a water tank to water my crop plots. I figured this might be what I need to get that seedling to take root, and it did. However, I couldn't tell if it was actually growing or not. This is something I'm gonna have to figure out later, because right now time is running short. I need cryopods. A player can use these to suck up a creature to store it in, effectively allowing you to safely Pokeball creatures to transport around and use it at will. I want to craft 10 of them to start with, pulling what resources I have from the storage at base. Then with Pete I fly around and gather the remaining crystal and oil I need to craft them. I arrive at the tundra far west, roughly around 4915. There's an amazing cave there, basically called the Oil Cave. As you can guess, it's filled with oil rocks and a couple of places where you can put down some oil pumps for a continuous flow of oil. Being that Pete has a small weight capacity, I only took what I needed for the 10 cryopods before I flew to the Red Obelisk in the Redwoods. There's not a whole lot of choices when it comes to crafting these. They must be crafted in the loot supply drops that come down across the map or at the obelisk terminals. I tend to prefer obelisks myself because I don't have a timer until they spawn. Once I have my pods crafted, I head home to check on my planted bear's progress. This is where I discovered something amazing. That first bear that killed Gloria is not only alive and well, its baby is trailing behind it. I race home. Oh! I need it, 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 I need it. I need it. I land at home and quickly check my seedling. It does not appear to have any changes in its growth, so honestly, this may not be an option for me. It's a good thing I found the first bear. I quickly rounded up my spiked walls and returned to claim not only that seed from its parent, but also to claim the baby. It took the majority of the night, but the spike walls finally took out Mama Bear. I cleared up the spike walls to claim the seed of the bear's corpse, then turned to find that baby bear. It took me quite a few minutes to find the little guy, but I did right next to a big-ass Bronto. Quite the distance far away from where his deceased parent was.
All right, bud. We are going to imprint you at home. It's safer. Sort of.
Once home, I took care of all of its imprinting needs before naming him I Am Brute. While I'm waiting for I Am Brute to grow up, I lead Spanky down the beach to gather up as much metal as we can find and keep us busy until tomorrow. In the morning, I find my little bear is all now grown up and ready to go. Having never used one of these, I had to adjust to its multitude of abilities.
Oh, it's able to jump. Oh, that looks so cool. What's our things? Lunge. Whoa! Hold left control, right click. Spirit Totem increases your damage. Oh, wow. How much? Doesn't say. You're dealing increased melee damage. That's cool. What's the Bark Shield? Oh, wow. That is so cool. Able to interact with that totem? Nope.
With the amount of metal Spanky and I gathered yesterday, I had to build 3 more forges to keep up with production. Once the metal was smelting, I gathered up my cave spelunking team, botting up Steve and then Pete. I then crafted up more grapples, repaired up my gear, before lastly hopping on Brute to go on a bit of a training montage, taking out just about everything along the beach for as much experience as we can get. We fought our way well into the night where I returned home to craft a double-barrel shotgun with some shells just in case someone comes into my yard. In the morning, my seedling still wasn't showing any signs of growth, leaving me stumped on what, if anything, is wrong. I'm about as ready as I'm going to be though, so I head out with Pete to the Hidden Jungle Temple. On the way, I got curious how close I was to completing any of the milestones for the Lost Colony thing. You know, just so I can get an easy 3 points. I only need to loot 1 beaver dam. Perfect. I have to fly over the lake anyways, making this the easiest thing I've ever done in Ark. I put those 3 points right into 30% more experience from kills. I figured that would help the most right now since both Brute and Steve are young and unexperienced. We arrive at the temple by night where I set up a storage box. I use this to put Steve in to keep him safe. No point losing all my tames in the event that something goes wrong. I find the hidden button and it opens up the gate and the temple and I make my way in. Amazed by its beauty and the fact that they added light here, because in ASE this temple was pitch black. I cautiously jump my way down the hole with Steve. The water here can be filled with some very dangerous creatures. But it would appear that this time, I am lucky. Once Steve and I fought off some of the bats, I swapped out for I Am Brute. I am hoping that he can fit most of his way through this, and that he can take on the swarms of cave creatures along the way. I make my way to the hidden rock path, bust it open, and with some cryo magic, move through the tunnels. Pleasantly surprised, I Am Brute is just wrecking everything that gets in our way. We find ourselves unable to pass through a slightly tight-looking crevice, forcing me to bottom Brute again, and swim through the next section on foot. It opens up into a large cavern, and this room is where our artifact is. This is also the most dangerous room of the cave. As I fight off the denizens of the cave, I have to be careful to not fall off, as the lowest sections they might look fine. But if you were to go down there, it would be an instant death, making it nearly impossible for you to retrieve your stuff on top of said death. So we will be doing our best to avoid that. Once everything in my area was taken care of, I used my grapples to get from place to place, collecting loot and making my way up to score the artifact of the Devourer. Now, to get out. This ended up being a little close, as I just had enough grapples to get down into the back of the cave where we can escape. I had made one mistake, and this is it. I forgot about the water tunnels that lead up and out of the dungeon. There can be some scary-ass creatures swimming in here, yet somehow my luck was on my side, and I managed to swim all the way out with Steve. Hitting the final buttons to open the doors, I picked out Pete's pod and headed home with feelings of joy and relief. I celebrate that this challenge is now complete. I take the time to craft up more grapples in case I'll need them later. Then I happen to see a purple drop coming down not too far away, so I jump on Steve to run and claim it. It gave me some very important antidotes. These are needed to cleanse the diseases rabies from the bats or swamp fever from the leeches.
Good job on that last challenge, but we both know that living in that hut at this point in the game is unacceptable. So for your next challenge, you must build a new base. It must be both good looking and functional with all the amenities included. That means you need power, lights, a hatchery, and last but not least, a trophy room to show off all of your achievements. Do not disappoint us, because we will be judging you heavily.
Well, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna need a lot of supplies in order to move into modern tech stuff. Since I was most of the way there, I headed back to the oil cave to stock up on more oil. I will need it for both gasoline to run my generators, and I think it's required for some of the things that I'll need to build in my base. After filling up Root with as much oil as my pick would let me harvest, I headed for home, where on the way I saw a massive fort with a castle on the one island. This is the place I did try to set up in my failed run before this, and I went there to explain how awesome it was for this video, showing that, where I built and all the things, because I really did enjoy that playthrough, and I don't want it to kind of just be dead and gone. I want some memory of it to exist somewhere, so here it is. Unfortunately, though, this accidentally convinced myself to rebuild it. The challenge didn't quite say I need to build everything for the base, and can't technically build this base with this much room in this amount of short of time. It's perfect. So as long as it meets Crow's requirements, I will pass this challenge. Once I had packed everyone and then everything onto my little raft, I set sail for my new island home. And once I made it to the back docks, I made quite a few trips up to get everyone and everything into the courtyard. Needing to gather up way more resources than I have had so far, I hop on Pete and head for the Chalk Hills to recover a nearly forgotten friend, Roller. The little Dodec had finally grown up, and not only has he waited for me, he somehow survived up until now. On the way home, I hit up a few more drops, hoping to get a decent Deinonychus saddle blueprint, and I wound up not get anything worth mentioning. I spent a lot of time gathering wood and stone and all I needed to build this. That went well into day 45, and when, after crafting over 100 stone floors, I began placing them down, covering the entire first floor with buildable tiles. If I were to offer a small suggestion of wildcard, could you please make it so these floors in these abandoned ruins acted like foundations and let you build anything required on top of it? Kind of a pain in the ass and a waste of system resources rendering in something that really shouldn't be needed for this. When the floor was complete, I now need to get to the next phase of the build. Getting into the modern tech. Building a fabricator is the start, but I made a massive mistake earlier. I forgot to transfer the oil out of Brood at some point, and when I potted him up, it accidentally left everything on the floor to despawn. Meaning I now need to go and gather up as much oil as I can once more. Needing a small break from the grind, I took this trip to tour from drop to drop in search of some good blueprints, or even just gear to enhance my chances of beating the final challenge and taking down the Valguero boss. During this loot hopping journey, I scored a functional generator out of a yellow drop. Score one for me. While I was there, I scouted around for a higher level RG with a baby in tow. I didn't find one of interest. However, I got to see my first Dread Stallion, and it's a 145 male. It's another one of Wildcard's fantastical pay-to-win tames. It didn't have a baby though, so I left it to carry on towards the oil cave. And as I got to the tundra, I found a 135 Argent with a baby. Now that is what I'm talking about. Argents are incredibly good haulers, able to pick up most of the gathering dinos and carry them to the locations I need to harvest, and then haul them back with their inventories full of resources. So it's worth the time to find and raise a good one. Once I had the parent down, it was now a matter of claiming one. This ended up being more challenging than anticipated, as the baby refused to come into range and let me claim it, let alone even land on the ground. This forced me to get creative. I took aim with my crossbow, hoping to grapple onto it and either pull it to me or me to it. I lined up the first shot and missed. The second shot also missed, but the third shot was a direct hit. Haha, that actually worked. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Ow, almost died. That damn near worked. I think I maybe might have hit the wrong button, but since I have limited grapples and the fact that my health is too low to risk another failed grapple to the baby bird, I tried to push the little one down by nibbling at it with Pete. And that nearly worked, until it decided to fly higher. Time for creative plan number 2. I grapple myself to Pete and I whistle him up and to try and get myself within range to claim my prize. This ended up being really difficult to do, as Pete is so fast that without a parachute to stabilize myself, I just bounced around at Mach 3. The one time I had managed to get close enough to press E and claim it, I just ended up targeting Pete and forced myself to mount up. Then I did something really stupid, and I have no idea what the hell I was thinking. And like an idiot, I splat into the ground, dying like a bitch. I spawn on my raft's bed and set sail for my stuff. Arriving, I save Pete, pick up Jerry, and claim my stuff. I know my baby Argent has deadly despawn though. It happens when you leave render after killing the parent. But I still had some hope, and I looked around to see if maybe Wildcard had changed that. They didn't. But I did see another 135 Argent with the baby. Something that I just end up ignoring and move on, as I have wasted too much time on this and I need to finish my base before it's too late. I arrive at the oil cave where I realize I am just a dumbass. I forgot to repair my pickaxe from the last time I was here. I had to fly home and repair it up, return by dark, spending the night smashing oil rocks for that precious oil. Once I had brute filled with more than enough oil, I detoured to get some obsidian, which I'm going to need to make the artifact stands for the trophy area. I carried on gathering crystals as well for lights and probably some other electric units that I'll need to build too. Once I was sure I had enough, Brute and I made our way back to the raft to sail home, where I crafted and placed down the fabricator. It's an upgraded smithy of sorts used to craft the electrical tier stuff, like the generator and anything else that requires power from it. There's some other stuff too, like fabricated weapons and armors and saddles, but I don't need to get into those right now. Once I place the generator, I go to craft electronics out of metal and pearls, and it turns out I'm only able to craft a few and I'm low on said pearls. I'm going to need many more pearls in order to craft up enough electronics needed to satisfy Crow for this challenge. Pete and I then fly to the Chalk Hills. The lakes here contain vast quantities of easy to harvest pearls. We arrive at night, which is the perfect time as the pearls glow in the dark, making gathering them easy peasy. After collecting hundreds of pearls, I head home to try to finish this build before time runs out, and I fail my first challenge. After storing my many pearls into the storage unit, I head to the fabricator to craft up 100 electronics. And while they craft, I head to the back of the castle between the stairs. There's just this perfect spot for my trophy wall. Damn, that looks good. Final day to finish up my building as best I can. I still need the hatchery, so I craft up 3 ACs, and I also, while I'm at it, craft up the modded tech binoculars so I can see the stats of wild dinos, and a fridge to store my food in. On my way to the future hatchery, I place down 2 Lost Colony lamps in the stairwell to make it accessible to climb without a torch in my hand, as it's really dark in here. Once up on the roof, I slap down my ACs and a couple of lights for breeding and hatchery room. Then I get an idea to add more to the trophy room to make it pop a bit more. So I built 3 chibi stands and even see a new pet stand for the shoulder pets. Nice! They were placed, and I added Chrometa and Natural Causes chibis to the bottom, and I placed Chaotic Jr. atop to watch over the base, finishing off with a stand for Jerry in the corner. Now this base is a base I am proud of. I consider this challenge complete with all of Crow's ass in the base and more. Now, I'm gonna leave it to you. Is this challenge truly complete? Tell me what you think down below. Pass or fail?
Hey, bud, are you feeling confident? Warmed up? Well, for this next challenge, we're going to give you 2 choices. You can either choose Crow's challenge, or you can choose mine.
We have been taking it easy on you for the first 50 days, but now it's time to ramp things up. Your challenge from me, should you accept, is that I want you to steal any level 100 plus Wyvern egg with no flyers and hatch it in your new hatchery.
Or you could go into the depths of the aberrant radiation zone to steal 100 plus rock drake egg. You can use any means you see fit to steal this egg for my challenge, but you must hatch it at home in order to complete this.
Once you've completed either challenge, you must then claim the artifact of the Skylord and return it to your new home before day 61. Good luck on this one, cause you're gonna need it.
Well, that's a tall order from either one of them. I'm gonna have to think on this for a bit. So I take a moment to restock up on my grapples. My metal stockpiles are also kind of getting a little low, so I pot up Spanky before jumping on Steve to head down to my raft, where my brain is just on fire with ideas for this challenge.
Unfortunately, the difference between getting a Wyvern egg and a rock drake egg, which I'd rather have the rock drake if I'm going to be honest, between the two. The rock drakes would be easier to steal if I had the hazard suit and the fucking like we need a gas collector to collect gas, and we need in order to make the hazard suit, and we also need to get the gems. But in order to get the gems on this map, you have to go into the red zone, which means we have to take red radiation damage. Now there's a way around it that we could potentially do it, and that would be to get a lamprey stuck to us, which would make it so we're radiation immune. But lampreys, the last time I knew, which could have changed for ASA, would kill you at the end of the time. You would die, no matter what. You'd just be a dead duck, which could be the problem, but also could be our solution. Like, we could run in there, get the egg, run out, die, and be fine. But we're gonna need to make sure we got some sleeping bags. But the other next problem is tame are going to take a bigger beating from the radiation. So we need to make up this thing called mushroom brew, I think it is. It's some sort of brew. You use the mushrooms of radiation to make it, and your tame, once you feed it, can be made immune. And once it's immune to the radiation, you're good. What might not be a bad idea would be to get some of those made up, get a lamprey stuck to me with like a small base down there in the radiation zone or near the radiation zone to come back to life once the lamprey kills me, or if we get overwhelmed by rock drakes, which could also be a problem. Now, I have not been down there, not even in an exploratory manner, checking out the map when it first came out, at all. So now, in saying that, I do know that there are Reapers down there. There never used to be in the old Valguero, but now there is. Also, there never used to be rock drakes down there, but now there is. Like that was all in the trailer and hearing things from other players, and I don't know. Rock drakes could be the easiest, because when it comes to the fire wyverns and the ice wyverns, getting to the eggs tends to be easier than getting out. Honestly, I think it's about a 50-50 shot on either one. We could either do one or the other. The question is, what's worth it? Because in the end, once I get the egg, in order to use the egg and hatch it to then go down and fly in and get the artifact, which is at the bottom of the wyvern trench, by the way, we will have to, in order to use the rock drake to do that, we have to gather stuff for the saddle. And I don't even know if I'm high enough level for the saddle. That's the next question. Rock drake saddles are level 75. So I think that ended up settling my challenge. Like, I could get the egg, but then I can't use it to go get the artifact. So I got incredibly lucky and was able to pull a saddle, and I'm never that lucky when I'm looking for something. I've been that lucky to pull a saddle when I'm not looking for a saddle. To pull a saddle when I'm looking for a saddle, that's asking too much. It's decided, as much as I would love to get a rock drake, and I feel like I got about as much chances of succeeding getting it versus the wyvern, I won't be able to ride it for a long ass time, leaving the wyverns as my best bet to get both an egg home to hatch from either challenge and to claim the artifact of the Sky Lord on time. Maybe if I get some time before the end of the run, I can claim a rock drake anyways, but for now, I need to get ready for my first real challenge of the run. On my way to the oily cave once more, I happen to see that 135 Argent with a baby again. So I take out the parent. After spending nearly a whole day getting that medal, this baby will be worth the wait as it flies around. But I somehow got lucky because it only did for a short while and it landed, letting me quickly claim it for the run. Once I got to the oil cave, I placed down an oil collector from a drop that I had scooped up from a few days back. This will produce oil until full, giving me an unlimited amount of oil to come back to. Once home, I fully implemented my new Argent, then headed out for another loot run. The loot gradually leads me in the direction to the Wyvern Trench, and it's truly a wondrous sight here. Seeing yet another ring purple drop on the other side of the trench, I get my first real upgrade, a significantly better double barrel shotgun. And, well, since I'm already here, I took some of the metal pieces that I looted to set up a really bad-looking forward operating base. I used Brute to harvest up some fiber and hide for the sleeping bags to respawn in the likely event that I die. After I heal up Steve, leaving Pete and Brute at the forward operating base, Steve and I cautiously make our way into the trench. Oh, it's a mantis.
This is about what I expected. Steve and I fight our way in, where I see that the challenges ahead are a metric crap ton of wyverns. They have a huge aggro radius, on top of an even larger detection radius when an egg is stolen. These wyverns are also ice typing, breathing a breath of frost on their targets that will slow them to damn near zero speeds, making any frost breath that lands a death sentence. I have to be very careful from this point on.
Miss me, miss me. Hey, missed me. Fucking Pyro Man's down here. But why? Oh, this is a bad idea. Come on! Come on, Stevie, jump! Oh, no, 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 no. No, I got bit by a zip. Fucking no! Fly, Wyvern, fly!
Yeah, I just did the opposite there, eh? Since speed didn't work, and with little choice left, I have to use Brute. I am Brute, to be precise. And Brute smashed his way through everything in our path, all the way back to my corpse. So, well, maybe I should have done that to begin with. Holy f***, am I ever so sorry for Steve wasting your life like that? After slaying anything that attempted to get in my way, I had my stuff by the morning, and not long after that, I found an egg just at arm's reach.
Come on, be 100 plus. 165? Yeah, completed.
All that was left to do was fight my way out and make my way home. Not gonna lie, it was not that hard. Once we were out of the trench, I happened to be in the right place at the right time as a red ring drop had touched down in front of me. It was full of goodies that I'll never use. Being overweight, I had to ride Brute all the way home. We made it home by midday, where I added some random trophies that I picked up to the trophy mounts. I also took a moment to name my new burb Virginia. That I totally spelled wrong. I now need to hatch my 165 egg to complete this challenge, and it turns out that 3 air conditioners are not enough to hatch a wyvern egg, so I had to craft up a few more to get this egg incubating. It took a good chunk of the day for her to hatch, but she was beautiful and nearly as white as the snow, so I named her Snow White. Wasn't much room to do a proper imprint up in the hatchery, so I moved her down to the large courtyard for her walk imprints. She's going to change the course of this playthrough. Pete is now obsolete, and I'm going to have to put him into semi-retirement. With nothing to do but wait for Snow White to grow up, I realized I'm finally high enough to craft a Gigantoraptor saddle. So instead of waiting around base, I craft one for Big Bird. I took him on a super small walk to the old base. These Gigantoraptors are so fast and so fun to ride around on. I really love these dinos. I had set up a compost bin before I had left for the new base, and I wanted to check to see if the upgraded fertilizer would help my bear grow. It didn't appear to have helped. So I left once more to see if things change. I hope I can figure this out before the end of the video. I can't fathom what the hell I'm missing at this point, but, you know, is what it is. Big Bird and I head into the Chalk Hill to see if we can find some babies to claim. With his abilities to give bonus levels to claim creatures, I'm excited to see if I can get some boss Rexes or something. I came upon a teeny tiny 140 baby aloe wandering around in the grass, whose mama somehow got into a fight with a Rex. I was not long third-partying and taking them all out to claim the little specimen. This is where, though, that I learned that the Gigantoraptor's ability to level does not work unless the Gigantoraptor's a higher or same level in order to claim the baby to apply the bonus. And Big Bird is kind of far from 140 at this point. This kind of saddens me, but I claim my little aloe anyways. And with my unlimited access to fertilized eggs at home, I stroll through the jungle hoping to spot a high-level Gigantoraptor to replace Big Bird with. I searched through the night, found all sorts of low-level ones, and was really unsuccessful at finding a high level. It's time to head home and check on Snow White's growth. As I'm traveling home, I find an Alpha Rex of all the things. This could be a great way to level up Snow White once she's ready. I carry on in sort of a homeward direction, making my way up some ruins atop the mountain to see the view, where I end up finding the largest, scariest predator on the Arks, the Gigantoraptor. This monster has well over 80,000 health and deal not only hard-hitting bites, they also leave a massive percentile bleed that can drain even the hardest of creatures of life in minutes. It's good to mentally note that it's here and avoid it at all costs. Something I haven't really mentioned too much is that I have been keeping an eye out for one little dino this whole time. The Oviraptor, the smaller cousin of the Gigantoraptor. It's one of the best abilities in the game as far as I'm concerned, as they will pick up your eggs and store them in their inventory. This is really great for breeding, as these bad boys will let me leave tames on breeding while I can do other things and they collect the eggs for me. But alas, I have not had any luck finding a baby Oviraptor so far. I just wanted to let you know that I'm looking for them. Before I got to my new home, I made one last pit stop at my beach house to, you guessed it, check on my seedling. Still no changes. I am missing something. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Leaving for now, I need to go check on Snow White's progress. And once I made it home, I found...
Oh, Snow White's all grown up. Yeah!
Time's ticking away and I'm fairly confident I can easily get that artifact from the Wyvern trench. Snow White and I fly out to level her up a bit, heading straight for that Alpha Rex. I do have to be cautious though, because they do have a ton of health and hit hard. But once I defeat it though, they are worth a ton of experience and worth the risk. Once I found the Alpha Rex, it became a perilous game of cat and mouse. I am the mouse trying to take out the cat. The fighting led all the way down the shoreline and up the cliff, with me getting in a few tacks here and there, flying to higher ground to get stamina, and doing my best to avoid getting Snow White killed. Fortunately, though, we traveled far down the cliffs, all the way to another predator's territory.
Oh, the Giga. Oh, I forgot about the Giga. Oh, jeez. At least he's over there. That guy is a big trumper, boy. He gonna bite me if I go any closer. If they keep coming, getting any closer to each other, they're going to join forces. Oh, no, they're joining forces. So the Rex has officially become not worth the experience anymore. We're just going to go this way.
I wasted a whole day on this to get thwarted by a Giga. That's just hard. I take some time to take out much easier prey to level up Snow White. With only 2 days left before my challenge deadline, I nervously fly to the Wyvern Trench to get that artifact. I may have got distracted by some sky drops along the way. I led the Wyverns near the entrance to the Fire Wyvern Trench away, as the Skylord artifact is deep inside the trench where the Fire Wyverns live. So taking my time and not taking any unnecessary damage is crucial to my success. Once I clear inside the cavern and make my way through, I see that the majority of the Fire Wyverns are along the bottom of the trench for some reason or another. This is a problem, as that is where the artifact is. I choose patience. I wait for the Wyverns to get bored and fly higher and away. And once I felt that they were far away enough, I fly down to find my prize. It's not here. Is it bugged? Or did they move it to another spot? I had to Google it. To my surprise, Wildcard added a brand new cave for this artifact, and Nat and Crow did not fucking tell me, those dicks. On my way out, I checked to see the eggs that are around, and I happened to find a 150 egg.
I'll take a 150. Easy.
This new cave is apparently in the Chalk Hills, and all I got are the coords to the entrance to the location.
Okay, so we're at 77. We need to get to 78 latitude, and then 90 longitude.
Being this is a new cave, I just have to explore it firsthand, with no idea where anything is within it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a risk, because this is my last day to get the artifact, but how hard could it be to find an artifact in a cave, right? Landing at the entrance of the cave, I release I Am Brute for this new adventure, and we battle our way in, fighting pack after pack. The cave opens up into a massive cavern.
Oh wow, this is quite pretty in here.
With a lake in the center. Instinct tells me to go left and around for some reason. This leads me to a small side corridor with a cave supply crate, netting me a very strong but incredibly expensive to craft Rex blueprint saddle. I ain't ever making that. I carry on where I find runes built into the back of the cave. This here must be the right direction. Traveling through the door, led into a room with
Pulp dogs? It's like level pulp dogs. Oh, and feather lights. I love feather lights. Ah. Ooh, look at that fucking shotgun. Oh. Okay, so it's a hi cutie. Yeah, no, I can't tame you. Damn, 278% versus 145. Move ammo, and then we're just gonna reload, just because. Oh yeah.
Now that I'm at the end of the line with no artifact, I head back to where I came in to go the other way around the lake, only to find a loot crate with one hell of a saddle in it. I went around and around and around the cave, trying to find something, anything of a clue as to where to go. My thoughts begin to think, maybe it's in the lake, but it's way too murky down here to see. I do not have any scuba tanks on me, and I do not feel like drowning. Dark underwater exploration with limited oxygen would be a death sentence for both myself and Brute. So here it is, my first challenge failed as the day rolls from 60 into 61. A little upset I got bamboozled here. It's kind of really my own fault for not investigating this sooner. I exit the cave and I fly for home, grabbing some more sky drops as I go to meet my punishment. Now it's time for everybody's favorite game, Wheel of Chaos. Okay, so we're all set up.
Let's see here. Please, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. They're all fucking whammies. No dino breeding. I was actually kind of hoping to start doing some dino breeding. 1 to 5 days. Okay, so now we got to spend the next portion of the punishment. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, spinning. 1 to 5 days. Is it 5? Oh, thank you. It's only 1 day. Okay. That was close. Not gonna lie.
I definitely kind of got lucky with this one.
Well, looks like Chaotic can falter to a challenge. It's not going to get any easier though, because now you need to get the artifact of the pack, and yes, this one is actually where it's always been.
Oh, you failed that last challenge. So because of this, you will still need to get that Skylord artifact as part of this challenge too.
Well, this is going to suck majorly. The packed artifact is deep inside the swamp cave. Not only is it filled with more bugs than any other cave combined, it's also toxic to breathe in there. Without either a scuba set / ghillie combo or a gas mask. The thing is, not only am I 10 levels from being able to craft the scuba, I am likely going to need to find and claim a high-level baby megatherium in order to do this cave. I got a lot of work ahead of me to make this happen in only 10 days. It's gonna be tight, and I mean tight. Now, the good news, I did manage to loot one little scuba tank to give me a small start. I'll be able to finish out the Skylord artifact at the very least. I made it back to the cave by the morning, and I did my absolute best to force my way in with Snow White. I wanted to test something, and it turns out that things can fly in here. Landing at the center of the lake, Brute and I took a nice little swim down, leading through a tunnel that ended up into a new room, and there it was, the artifact of the Skylord. And another loot crate.
Yankee Shadow BP. Okay. Digging it. I'm digging it.
There, the first challenge is complete. Now, get the next artifact. This is going to be some effort to be sure. The other loot crates had spawned in as well as I was leaving, with only 2 real things to note. A long neck BP.
Oh, look at that long neck. That's a hell of a fucking long neck. That is son. Oh, look at that. 255% damage. Damn.
And at the back of the cave,
Oh, fuck. That actually scared the shit out of me. It's a Giga. It's a baby Giga and a wolf dog of some sort. Or is it a Rex? I don't fucking know. Oh my god, look at that shotgun BP. Oh, wow.
I got 7 days left to level up 10 times to level 81, and the best way to level is through breeding your own dinos en masse. Take out the babies for massive amounts of experience. How much do you get always depends on the dino. Gigas and Karchars are the most bang for your buck, but they are impossible to get with only babies. So that leaves me with the next best thinking, Rexes. I scoured the countryside looking for baby Rexes to claim and loot crates to plunder. Having absolutely no luck in any baby Rexes, I get thinking that maybe Wyverns are high in experience too, and I did loot that egg a few days back, and if it happens to be a male, we can breed it with Snow White for an experience farm. As I'm waiting for my egg to hatch, I imprint that 140 baby that I claimed a while back, and once that egg did hatch, I found myself disappointed that it was also a female. I named her As my hopes and dreams are out the window, it's back to plan A. I flew to the Chalk Hills to search for more Rex babies, and on the way I scored some extra experience with an Alpha Carno. Alphas are worth a lot of experience. Using Snow White, I weakened it down until I got it down to the last percentile of health before I finished it off with my gun, netting 100% of the experience right to my character, gaining 2 full levels in change, putting me up to level 75. I need 6 more levels to craft that scuba. After re-entering the Chalk Hills, I was not long finding a low-level female baby Rex. It's a good start, but the lower the level, the less experience you get. The higher the level, the higher experience you get. So hopefully, I can find some higher level ones soon. In the morning, I happened upon a 135 Rex with the baby, and I desperately need that. This one is also a male, meaning I'm finally done with my search for Rexes. I just have to grow these up for their true purpose in life. Once home, I imprint the bonus on the male as I may need him for the boss fight ahead. My aloe is also now fully grown up, and it's time to name her. And I name her after one of my awesome Patreons, Sapphire. Now, if you are unaware, all Patreons with Chaotic Gaming get a dino named after them. And if I can name things in other games, I try to name those things after Patreons there too. So if you want your name immortalized in a Chaotic Gaming video, sign up to be a Patreon today. As I'm waiting for those Rexes to grow, I put my new Skylord decoration up under the trophy wall, collect some metal with Spanky and Virginia, and yes, time is running short again and the pressure is building and growing. I need a Megatherium to do this cave, and that's what I'm going to get. Flying through the redwoods didn't yield any luck even seeing a Megatherium, let alone one with a baby. I head towards the Arctic, scanning around the tundra, resulting in more of the same. I finally found a baby though by late afternoon. It was only a low level 50. At this point, I just say, fuck it. Orphaning it became a problem though, as the baby vanished on me once its parent fell. And it took quite a bit of time to find it. Even with Big Bird's baby tracking, we're in a penguin nesting site, and damn near everything here is a baby. A Yudi wandered in for an easy all-you-can-eat pengu buffet. With being unable to find my little one, I have to protect all of them until I do. This ended up being a not-so-epic fight of back and forth, getting feared away, and just all-around terrible time. However, as it went down, I spotted the little Megatherium. Claiming it with Big Bird added 5 more levels to it. Not a whole lot, but if it was a 150, this process would add up to potentially 74 more levels if it worked the same as a taming mechanic. I'm not entirely sure at this point. For some reason, I did the Gigantoraptor hunting mechanic thing. This adds a bonus to the baby that it's done for, but the bonus only works if it's near Big Bird, and it's not going to be near Big Bird. I totally wasted a whole day doing this. Now it's time to level both myself and my new Megatherium up for this cave run. Getting the Rexes breeding, the eggs start flowing, and one by one I hatched and discombobulated baby Rex after baby Rex, getting to level 77. This is taking way too long, so it's time for a temporary alteration in server settings. I swapped the game mode from PvE to PvP. This will allow me to smack down unclaimed babies using myself or any of my dinos, allowing me to 2 birds with 1 baby, gaining experience for myself and my ridden dino, taking out all the babies with the Megatherium, and he gains massive levels from this. It's day 69. Nice. I somehow always end up having a massive dino orgy on this day. I swear it's not planned, okay? Anywho, things are still going way too slow. So I add Deinonychus breeding to the fray. Every little bit counts, right? Well, that was the majority of the day. Hatch eggs, murder them, and level up. And by that night, I had gained enough experience to hit level 81 finally, where I learned the engrams for scuba and went down to craft them. Where I discovered that I'm a little short on pearls again to craft. I don't need that many, so after a quick trip to Beaver Lake, I scooped some pearls from the dams there. It's now the last day to complete this challenge and grab the artifact of the pack. I know where the artifact is, the scuba is made, the ghillie is repaired, and I'm flying as fast as I can to get to the Redwood Swamp Cave, where I fly Snow White inside as far as she will go in. I pop out my unnamed Megatherium. I toss my extra stuff that's unneeded into Snow White for safekeeping, just in case things go bad. And then I charge into the depths. I think things just went bad. Things just went bad. I rush back to find what I feared most. Snow White is under attack by the wandering Broodmother boss. This quickly turned into a fight for survival. I attempt to fend off the Broodmother, but Snow White's health is just going down fast. I got to the point where my only option was retreat, deeper into the cave with her. This is where I learned that the Broodmother could fit deeper down as well, as she caught up to where my Megatherium was and started attacking her next. Sadly, I just couldn't get to her in time and she perished at the hands of my own stupidity. Thankfully, the Broodmother did not come down any further though, and I just waited her out until she lost interest in me. And then, once she grew quiet, I slipped out of the cave and returned home in shame. Fortunately, there's not enough time left in the day to get the artifact. Challenge failed. Second time in a row. It's now that time again for everyone's favorite game, Wheel of Chaos.
All right, we're spin up our punishment, and here we go. And we're gonna get, oh no, destroy 25% to 100% of all my resources. That sucks. All right, here we go, spinning again. Oh, ho, 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 ho. 25%. Oh, we got to do some math. If it was at least 100%, I could have just done that. Okay.
25% of resources I feel is the worst punishment I could have gotten. Not only do I need to drop 1/4 of my resources, I also have to math it. This ended up being super time consuming. It took all day to scour my storage and separate, then drop each thing. That means that I not only lost time gathering those items, I lost a whole day destroying them. A double whammy. Oh well, I believe I got a new set of challenges coming. Right about now.
Oh, that was rough. That was a rough failure on your part. So you probably need a bit of a break.
Yeah, take a load off. Kick back and relax some. You need to go out and do some fishing.
Now we know how much you love fishing in Ark, so go out and catch us 10 fish for your next challenge.
Great. These assholes know how much I hate fishing in this game. Oh well, the challenge has been set and I must adhere to it. Craft up a chair and a fishing pole, pull out some sap for bait. I am ready to fish. Let's get this shit out of the way ASAP. I flew north. Wasn't long finding a small creek with a bunch of coelacanths in it, so I had to clear up the area from unwanted nuisances. I set up my chair, sat down, and began to fish.
Got one. No! God, I hate this fucking control scheme.
Now, you might think I hate fishing in games. I don't. I love fishing in games. I hate badly implemented fishing in games. Now, let me explain my problem with Ark's fishing. In order to reel in a fish, you must use the corresponding buttons on screen. The buttons are Q, W, E, A, S, D, Z, X, and C. All right? So, every time you correctly hit the button, it reels the fish in a little closer. Now, it doesn't sound like it would be that hard to hit each button. I imagine this is easier with a controller, but with the keyboard, unlike controllers, your hands can easily adjust off keys while you're hitting random buttons over the course of the minigame, making accidents happen way too often. And it only takes one missed button to completely fail the challenge. To add insult to the process, there's a very short timer. Fail to get the fish in before the timer ends and your line snaps. The next portion of the problem is you end up having to hit the buttons more the larger the fish gets, making the timer require lightning fast reflexes with absolutely zero mistakes, hitting 50 to 60 key combos in a row perfectly in order to reel in the largest of the fish. This unimaginative yet somehow overly complicated mechanic makes fishing in Ark both the most boring and the most infuriating fishing mechanic I have seen in any game. And I've played a lot of fucking games, which is including ones outside of the survival genre, up to and including actual fishing games. All of that frustration doesn't even yield any reward worth the pain. At best, you can score some mediocre quality saddle blueprints, but in order to get those, you have to kill 200k health alpha Moses and Tusos at the bottom of the ocean in order to get better quality fishing rods that add some minor chances to get slightly better blueprints. By the time you get to that point, it's not likely you even need those blueprints, as there are hundreds of sky drops and dozens of cave crates throughout the map that are 4,000 times easier to get and yield 300% better quality loot. This needed to change years ago before ASA, and the fact that it didn't for ASA is beyond me. With my fishing challenge now complete, as well as my rant, and having wasted an entire day getting literally nothing worthwhile, we move on. I go for a little bit of a palate cleanser to show that doing literally nothing but flying from beacon to beacon is a far better use for one's time for loot. And I did just that. About midday, I found a 140 Ute that had twins. I was not long adopting them. Then I carried on with my loot hunt until about midday of 74. I returned home to deposit my loot, and it was a lot of armor, weapons, and resources, and a lot of them were even useful blueprints that I could cheaply craft, upgrading stuff with them. I took a few moments to imprint my new Utes as well. I figure it's time I get that artifact of the pack out of the way and go with what I should have gone with to begin. I Am Brute has been an amazing caver so far, so why wouldn't he be here? With the 3 pieces of scuba equipped and 2 ghillie, Brute and I dive into this bug-filled hellhole. Making our way down, we pick up the loot there at the back, and then I backtrack up the hill where there's this small hole on the left that I can squeeze through. I pot up Brute and toss him out on the other side, and we fight our way hugging the right wall. I know the pack is on the right somewhere around here, but since we don't have any time limit, I opt to just go deeper to see what loot might be hidden down here. Once I get to the end of this tunnel, it opens up into a very dark cavern. I grab the loot crates here and make my way down, and follow the path to the back of the cavern, looting red drop, and then the artifact of the immune. It's not one I need, but I may as well grab it since I'm here. I head back to the dark cavern, grapple up to get to the artifact of the strong before proceeding to the first chamber to follow the last wall to the right, to follow the path down, swim through the water, and claim the true target, the artifact of the pact. Challenge completed. I exit the cave on day 77 and fly Virginia home. I find my Utes are all now grown up, and I name the first one after another Patreon, Family PvE. The next tame that I name is my Rex, and I call him Natural Causes because he too is a Patreon of mine. Since we are getting dangerously close to day 100, and knowing I will be facing new bosses, I get natural breeding with the low-level female to combine the stats, and I turn on breeding for the Deans as well. And while the eggs are being laid, I add the last gained artifact to my wall. I then head back up to start hatching eggs. I start with the Dean eggs first, as I got a plan. I want to have a variety of fighters for this upcoming fight. I want like 10 Deans, 7 Rexes, 2 Utes, and 1 Elder Claw for the final battle. It ended up taking all night, then all day to breed and hatch and imprint the fighting team. Needing to now craft saddles for them, I set forth and I gathered metal throughout the redwood, and then farming organic polymer from the mantis and the wyvern trench. I gathered all this extra to try out the Lost Colony workbench. It says something about combining items to create a better item, and my hopes were I could combine a few primitive crafted saddles and it would upgrade them into slightly better armor ramshackles or something. After all that work though, it turns out it doesn't work that way, and it requires already high quality items to be added so you can combine the best of their stats into the next one with a chance of failing. It's fucking stupid. It was a massive waste of time and resources, both mine for making it, yours for watching me make it, and wildcards for adding this useless fucking thing into the game.
I hope you had a relaxing fishing trip, Chaotic, because it's that time again! Your next challenge to complete is going to be your toughest one to date. Find and take out that wandering broodmother by any means necessary.
Well, shit, I should have seen that coming. I still got too much to do to be dealing with that broodmother right now, as I'm kind of low on pearls again. This time I need them for the Ute saddle. It's a good thing it's a short trip to the Chalk Hills Lakes to gather up a few hundred more. Once I made it home and crafted the saddles, I named my second Ute Bello before saddling him up. I carried on through day 82 just saddling and organizing my boss army until I noticed that in order to easily transport these guys to the obelisk, I'm gonna need more than 10 cryopods. I set off to gather and then craft 20 extra cryopods. Now all I need to do is allocate some levels, heal all these creatures up. Setting them up in the courtyard, I moved one of the feed troughs down for them and went out to collect as much meat as I could to feed a growing army, as it takes a lot of food. While my army heals, I now need to deal with that pesky challenge. Take out the broodmother. I really do not want to lose my boss dinos to this fucking thing. That would be a huge waste of all the effort I just put into them. This is where I get an idea to craft up metal spiked walls as I had done for lesser creatures. Crow did say by any means necessary, so I may as well get creative. Flying over to where I see my prey, I will have my vengeance for my unnamed Megatherium and claim a victory over this monstrosity.
She aggroed on me from way up here, eh? 1.3 million health. Might be able to kill her like this. Only I had a fire wyvern. That'd make this so much faster. We're definitely gonna be here in a minute. Okay, yeah, so before we progress any further, because we've only got her down, give or take, just under 100,000, right? But she is damaging us at a rate that's faster than we can heal. Naturally. So my thoughts are we go get some meat real quick, we come back, and then while I'm waiting for stamina to regenerate, I can force feed and heal. That's what we're gonna do here. Okay, now we got some food. Now we can heal up as we take on the brood mommy. Come here. Well, we're gonna have to start paying attention to my health. Ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good at all. Like, the fact she hit me like that. You know, we're getting her down. We're getting her down. Like, I know this isn't the most enticing gameplay mechanic, but it's working. Got him under 1 million now. Uh-oh. She adjusted in a way I don't like. There we go. Less than 900,000. So we're making good progress. Might actually get this in time. $800,000 to go, or yeah, under 800,000. Oh! Fucking Diplodocus knocked me up off the out of the air. Holy shit! All right. Cool. 551,000. $450,000. 400,000. Okay, one breath that's 396.98. 388, 900. Almost 2,000 damage. 1,000 to 2,000 damage a breath. That ain't bad. So we're doing anywhere from 10 to 20,000 damage per time we're fucking out of stamina. Probably more lower end than higher end. 290,000 left. 290,000. Yeah, we're making some good time here. 240,000. We've done over 1 million damage to her just sitting up here breathing on her. That's a bad breath, my friend. $200,000. 164,000. Yeah, we're doing about 2,000 breaths. Okay, cool. 148,000. Come on. 7,000. 100,000. 96,000. 66. 41,000. 20,000. 13,000. 11,000. 10,000. 8. 7. 4.
With one last hit left, I jump off and I take her down with my long neck.
Boom, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
My rewards for taking her out are some decent saddles and gear, plus that awesome Broodmother decorative flag. I tried to get a taxidermy to show her off at base, but sadly she despawned before I could get the tool crafted. Arriving home, I placed my flag to show off my victory to all my friends, and to you guys, of course. Now with the last unknown challenge out of the way, it's time to roll up my sleeves and get to work. I pod up my army and I take them to the chalk hills to get in a serious training regimen. I also took Manny 2 to test to see if his roar debuffs on his own without player aid. He does. Which means I'm now adding him to the team to reduce incoming damage from the boss, since we have terrible saddles on most of these guys. I spent the rest of the day just letting my army go to town on everything. And that carried on through the night and well into the next day, racking up a ton of kills and experience. By the afternoon of the third day, it was time to take these guys home so they could heal up. I swung by the old beach house for one last little peek at my seedling bear, and yeah, no changes. I'm thinking I might need a greenhouse or something at this point, and I am more than out of time to try and test this, so maybe the next time I do a 100 days in Ark, and there's an Elder Claw that happens to be there, I'll do just that. I head to the Valguero loot cave to see if I can get any better saddles for the army. Something I should have been doing sooner, but I just straight up forgot. What's both nice and also a little dumb is that you can just fly in here with an Argent or PT. There's also these stupid strong bats to worry about, but any semi-decent tame that can pull its weight is probably good for this free loot. I want to get some more out of these Lost Colony talents to help with my chances of beating the boss at the end of this. One of the things it wants me to do is take out a Dreadmire, and if you remember, we seen one of them earlier, so that's now on my list of things to end. I carried on looting, finding a sick pump-action shotgun. I return home to organize my dinos into their pods to store them for later, and if you didn't know, cryo creatures get extra experience for literally doing nothing while sitting in a pod. It won't be much more than like a level or two at best for me, but if you have your own personal extended runs, it could prove beneficial to keep your boss dinos in pods for as long as you can.
Well, this is it. Final 10 days, you already know what challenge I'm going to give you. You gotta go and take on and defeat Grendel. It's a pretty cool fight. I know you're gonna enjoy it. Good luck.
I have all the artifacts that's needed, but I still need to confirm that I have, or still need to get, at the very least, 5 sauropod vertebrae, 5 Argent Claws, 5 Titanoboa Venom, 5 Sarco Skins, and 5 Aloe Brains. I started to go through all of my storage and crafting tables to see what I already have, so I could plan to get the rest before day 100. I set up a chest for these items near the trophy area, and I'm honestly more than halfway there, so this will be a cinch. During my time on this map, I've come across a few treasure maps. These can give good loot, so it's worth taking the time to go out and dig them up. So since I need to travel the map for animal parts anyways, I may as well travel for these treasures too. The first one was nearby, and I quickly dug it up, netting a real high quality revolver. Seeing a blue drop nearby, I make a pit stop for it as well, and this is where I seen a baby Daedon. This little hellbore is actually really good at healing, so I made arrangements with his parents for an extended summer job, providing first aid at the castle. The drop, however, had nothing of value in it, so I carried on for the next treasure chest. Stopping to drop off my future at-home doctor in training, I flew across to the spot on the map. It took me into and through the chalk hills, where I stopped to get loot drops and I claimed some Aloe Brains. I arrived at the location by night, finding the treasure is way underground and nowhere near anything or anyone that can reach it without cheating, so I just left it there to carry on with my plans. The last and final treasure map I had was looking like it was deep within the Aberrant Zone. This place has 2 entrances, one of them being 3858. This entrance is huge and you can't miss it. Also, mainly because if you're on your flyer, you'll get booted right before you even get to it. I traveled down with Brute to coming across something amazing. Oh, is that a featherlight? With babies. Oh, featherlights are my favorite. Sorry, mommy or daddy. With that little one being stubborn, I was forced to line up a bola shot. Got him! All right, nice. Oh, what are we gonna call you? What are you, male or female? Female. All right, we're gonna call you. Let's see here. Options. Change name. We're gonna call you. Lydia. Lydia. Yeah, we'll just make up a name. Boom. With no extra pods on me, I have to leave Lydia here for when I come back out. Brute and I make our way deeper into the cavern's depths, and as we get closer to the marked location, I begin to realize that this just might be in the radiation zone. That implies its namesake. Without a hazard suit to protect me, I'll just die in minutes. Once I got close enough to the radiation zone, I believed myself to be correct, and I ran past the entrance to the radiation zone, carrying on, hoping that there was some other place further ahead for it to be sitting at. But all in all I found was a trike cannonballing itself into a lake. After making my way back to Lydia and I pick her up, it's time to get ready for this boss fight. I want to get the rest of the regeneration talents from Lost Colony, and in order to do that, I had to take out the 140 thread miner. Then harvest 250 meat. It was easy. New skill points unlocked. Nice. What do we got? Hot-blooded, free, got a fever in my heart. Hot-blooded, hot-blooded. Once I made it home, I named my now grown-up Deinonychus after my final Patreon, Josh. After that, I got another set of skill points unlocked, and I put them into lead of the pack. This likely won't help, as I will not be riding a pack leader into battle, but you never know. Over the next few days, it was really just a mess of grinding resources, prepping for the boss fight, diving into caves for more loot, and lastly, getting all my boss armies to the Red Obelisk and gathering the last of the tributes for the boss, and making sure everyone was good on levels and health for my final showdown. I never did see what my stats were on this bad boy. 42 to health, 42 to stamina, or 23 to stamina. Damn. 42 to health. You are like one of the best ice wyverns I've ever hatched for health, I think. Probably might have had better, but not something that I would pull on the first try. You know, Snow White, it's been a pleasure, okay? Gonna miss you. Any of you guys have some last minute stuff? Yes, you do. Level up. And by day 100, it was all ready. I was ready. Now, are you ready? There we go. Oh wow, it's dark in here. It is dark. Is it dark because it's night for me, or is it just dark in here in general? I feel like that's the direction we gotta go. Okay, we're marching into the unknown, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that does not look good at all. Is that like a baby Rex? I feel like I'm supposed to go through this. There it is. There it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Move. I'm being chased by vultures. These things can't hit you off your mount. Hey, guys, do what you gotta do. You're on fucking aggressive. Kill shit. Okay. Park shields up. I feel like we're being hunted. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't fucking like this. Oh! Get him! Oh, boy. Where the fuck is it going? I'm trying to bite. Oh, incoming. Everybody move over there. Everybody can spread out. Oh, wow. F is it? Can't say shit. We are losing, man.
How the fuck are we supposed to hit this thing? Okay, I see these fucking little red orbs. They look like we got like little death beams coming here. Oh no, Grendel! Kill them! W7! Something about this thing here. Something. What is this? What is this? Your spirit totem 5. How are you supposed to fight this thing? It's just non-stop. Gone. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna die if you guys keep stacking on me. Hate this fucking effect. I can't see. See, this thing's glowing, but I can't see to get to it. Oh. Now we're talking. So we're gonna, yeah, we figured this out way too late. We need to go to those fucking things, light them in order to fight. Oh, wow. Brute. I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, this place is just in perpetual night. Okay, there it is. I'm out of stamina, though. I ain't gonna regen any, am I? Okay, now let's go. Okay. Uh-huh. There we go. Bring him back to the monsters. Where'd he go? There he is. No! Gotta heal up while they're doing this. Get some soups active. No! I'm about to fucking have a real bad day. Trying here. We gotta go over there. We gotta go light this fucking fire. We're out of fire. No! Brute's down! No! Ow! Oh no! Die! It was a good run. I had fun. I really like that boss fight. It's an absolute shame I figured it out too late. We might have been able to come closer to beating it than that. But yeah, you basically got to light the beacons. Turn them on. Boom, boss comes. Kill boss. Duh. So simple, yet so elegant, yet so... Well, that sucked. I figured out those mechanics a little too late. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more chaotic content, check out this video right here, and I'll catch you there. Bye!